Hey guys.
What's up, y'all?
Let's do it.
You ready? 3, 2, 1.
I legit didn't
She
have
got
but one
Just
crack.
singular crack for
I
y'all.
must have just done that.
You must have, because normally you get more than at least one.
That's crazy. Oh, there's a couple.
There you go, y'all.
What's going on?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back, or welcome to
The Let's Make Out podcast.
That's right.
Where we make out all things what?
Love, Life, and Laughter.
That's right.
I am one of your hosts, Chad, and this is my beautiful, amazing, wonderful, sexy, exciting, exhilarating.
Thank you. Exhilarating.
I mean, just genius being.
Okay.
Just amazingly amazing and highly favored wife,
Blessed and highly favored.
Gabriel.
Well, thank you for that fantastic welcome. I appreciate
it.
it.
You deserve it, Shawty.
Oh, I bet I know why I deserve it.
Yeah, this is a Let's Make Out podcast, okay?
Somebody had a good morning.
Yeah, I did.
Because it is Saturday when we are filming this. I swear it has been the worst. Like our schedule and getting these podcasts to y'all on time has been really challenging for whatever reason. It's just been a busy season for us.
Yeah, we've been the last couple of weeks since getting back from Mexico, we have been nonstop.
Yeah,
like every day. I mean, which is a good thing. We're not complaining.
Yeah. Fourth quarter is typically our busiest season, so
yeah,
it kicked off with a bang.
But I'm also happy though. We recently switched to a different program management tool. It's called Breeze, BREEZE. Hashtag not sponsored, but it's been great.
Babe loves it.
I love it, and I think that she's getting used to it.
I am getting used to it. I would be like asking him things I typically ask him. He's like, "Did you look in Breeze?"
Now she's starting to look in there.
Because I'm used to asking you.
Well, because she always said, there's any way that you can like put things where I can get access to them too, and now she
I
has
have it, but I have to get used to having it.
Get used to having, but it's helped quite a bit in the last. We've really been using it in the last like 2 to 3 weeks. So we've been able to test it like in real world situations.
Real world.
And it's been great.
No, it's nice. It's nice. I joked about it, how I'm not really a fan. I'm not interested. But it's very simple to use. We have tried Asana before. It was not the most user friendly.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm sure some people love Asana, but you just know when you play with something for a little while if it's gonna work for you. And like I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it work for me, for my, I'm a very, I like to be organized, but a very simplistic way of being organized.
You don't need all the extra.
Yeah. So like if you, have seen the Work Hard Daily Planner, if you've not, they're actually on sale. You can link below. You can get you one.
Yes.
But
they're undated too. So.
Undated 52 weeks. So you get one, you can use it from, for 52 weeks from now. So, but you'll see it. Like if you get one or you look on the website, like they're very simple. Like it's just about being, organized. That's the goal, a simplistic organization system.
Yep. So what else has been going on? I don't even remember what was the last podcast? Has it been 2 weeks?
It's been 2 weeks.
So we did go to Cancun. I don't know if we told you. Well, did we do that right before we went to Cancun? Or I don't remember. We went on a work trip for a travel conference that I spoke on a panel at. Yep. And that was a quick little, it was a nice quick little trip. It was originally supposed to be all of us. And then because the kids can't be vaccinated, they decided for just us to come. But honestly, it would not have been a good fit.
It wouldn't have been good for kids. Like it was a kid-friendly resort.
It was a conference though.
But our schedules were like,
it wouldn't have been kid-friendly.
It wouldn't have been kid-friendly. So
yeah.
So it was a nice trip for her and I just to go and just spend time together, meet some
other travel creators.
Yeah, network with some actual agencies and some other creators.
Resorts and yeah.
So, so prayerfully that opens up some doors next year and beyond.
It was great. We had a good time.
Gabriel killed it.
Thank you, love.
She did amazing.
I always get nervous when I do those types of things because I don't do them very often, but I feel like a lot of me is like, I don't know what to say. I don't do the business stuff, but this was great because it was more about the creative side. Yeah. And I do have some of the business knowledge. So I was able to answer the questions.
She just relies on me a lot.
I do. I think you're like my crutch. or is it crutch? Yeah, because I feel like I don't have to know the stuff because I have you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I should know the stuff. But some of it I do. I just don't give myself credit.
She didn't give herself
knowing.
credit. Like I keep telling her, I was like, you know this stuff. Like you know this stuff. You know, we walked through like if like some answers she could potentially give. But she crushed it. She killed it. Thanks, did amazing. Looked amazing while she was doing it.
Thank you for your support.
There was this guy in the audience that just kept trying to flirt with her. I don't know, just kept hooting and hollering, and I realized it was me. I was like, "Oh, dang, shut up, Chad! You can't do that."
Hooting and hollering. That's hilarious. But no, it was good. Honestly, Babe should have been up there with me because this is a team. Like we are the brand. It's
I kept messing around.
Me. He did because I'm the. I
was like, I'm just the plus one. I'm just the plus one.
Please stop. Gabe TV don't run without Babe. Okay.
I was like, oh, I'm not working. I'm just the plus one here. So I'm just the guest.
He kept saying that. It kept bothering me so bad. I was like, if you don't get your life together, it makes me think of the one reel or the TikTok. I really want us to do it, but it's funny, but it's kind of not. It's like the Temptations one, or is it the 5 Heartbeats one where he's like, they coming to see the group, and he's like, I'm the one selling the records. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. I was like, we should totally do that.
That would be pretty funny.
It would be funny, but it is both of us. Okay?
Yeah, we are a team.
We are a team. There's no I in team.
I mean, maybe in a different language, though. There could be. You never know. I have to check the spelling.
Cue the music, okay. Shadi. It's been so long that I didn't even remember which way to rock.
I know, right?
Like, I'm struggling here.
Whole wrong way.
And if you didn't catch that, you can come over and watch us. If you're just listening, you can come on over to YouTube and watch us, and you can see the mess up that I just did on
absolutely on our
the
intro
lean
song.
with it, rock with it.
That's right. The
lean with it, rock with it.
The lean with it. Let's make out with it.
I love that.
Yeah. So. Let's get into our first and only sponsor here.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll get into the rest of the podcast. So, we've told you about them many times. We're going to remind you again about the great free game that you can download called Best Fiends. So, it's like Friends, but just get rid of the R. Best Fiends. Okay, so, I mean, this is just a great game. In my opinion, it's probably the best, puzzle game, like a game that kind of challenges you a little bit, but it doesn't stress you out. It just kind of challenges you. I think it's one of the best games that kind of just keep you, entertained, keep going. So you can kind of get rid of. So if you've been playing games, you're kind of getting sick of them. Best Fiends is definitely a puzzle game that you should try. Something fresh. But yeah, basically with Best Fiends, you play through an actual storyline, complete with good guys, the fiends, and then not so good guys, the slugs. Your friends start out as wee baby versions of their future selves. The more you play, the more fiends you join your team, and the more powerful they become. So helping you solve increasingly challenging puzzles as you progress through the game. Action-packed adventure, brain-boosting puzzle, all rolled into one. New content added all of the time, so you'll never get bored. So we're on level 66 or 67. I didn't look today to verify, but we're up there. But the thing is about up there, there's so many levels. I mean, so you can say you up there, but you're still in the baby stages of this game because they continue to add new levels. And so that's why this game is great because, most games you can kind of beat and be done. Mm-hmm. Well, I challenge you to beat Best Fiends and be done. Let me know when you do that because I'll be impressed. Because there's literally thousands of levels. Thousands. So I say 60-something. It's like, okay, we ain't even touched the game yet. So, but there's always a fresh challenge waiting for me when I play. Or if I need a mental pick-me-up, kind of separate myself from work, kind of just do something to relax. But you can download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. Again, that's Friends without the R, Best Fiends. Check it out. Let us know what you think.
Check it out. Let's see. So, let's see. What else has been happening? We're officially 1 week out
today
from Babe's big race
from
this
Ironman,
time
Florida.
next week. you will be knee deep in
my ride.
In your ride right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be knee deep. I will be about, I would say hopefully a couple hours.
In the ride?
A couple hours into my ride.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, my bike is gone. I shipped my bike off on Thursday. So it is out ya.
It's out ya.
Out ya.
It's gone.
It's so basically I use a service that like you can just bring your bike and they keep it put together. They don't take it apart. Or they take the pedals off. They give me back my clip-on pedals, and then they deliver it to there just like that. So that way, you know, I got it serviced on Tuesday. Like it's ready to go.
Yeah.
And I was able to ship my CO2 canisters in there as well. Like so because you can't take those on an airplane. So. Yeah, I'm ready. I just can't wait. Like,
I'm so excited for you. Like, y'all, this has been a long time coming. Y'all been here since the beginning when Babe started talking about this. Like, it's here. I feel like November was so far away, and then we blinked, and here it is. So
yeah, so I finished up.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so this was my first taper week. I finished up last Saturday. I did an 18.3 mile run. So it was a 3-hour run. Felt great. It went well. You know, gave me great confidence going into, you know, the full marathon that I'll have to do after the ride. So yeah, and she was so funny. Last night, Gabrielle was like, she's like, wait, so you're not going to finish until like, like 9 PM or something. I'm like, I start swimming probably around 7:15, 7:30 ish. Cause it just depends on, you know, they have thousands of, participants. So we all go in, every 8 seconds, I think. No, every 5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
3 people go in. It's like so.
By threes?
Yeah.
Dang,
that's how it was in Muncie. So it could be a bigger start line. So it might be by 5. I don't really know yet. But
that's crazy.
So then basically, I'll get into my goal is a 1:30, an hour 30 minutes for the swim. So I'll jump in that group, and so everybody's supposed to place themselves according to what they think they'll finish. So that group will be, you know, probably in the first, like, you know, the first half of the people, and then it'll get, you have 2 hours and 20 minutes to finish the swim. But yeah, so.
Yeah, because for whatever reason, I was thinking, I was like, oh, he'll probably be done about like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I'm like, no, it's going to be closer to like 9:30 up in this piece, because you want to be done in less than 14 hours. That's your
my goal. So you have 17 hours. But you have to finish the swim by 2 hours and 20. You have to finish the bike by 10 hours and 30. From when you get into the water. They don't start your time until you get in the water.
Yeah.
So the race starts at 7. But if you don't start till 7:30, then you've got 17 hours from 7:30. You've got 17 hours regardless.
From when you
get in. As long as you make the swim cutoff, as long as you make the bike cutoff, and then for the run, by 9:30 p.m., you have to have at least been through the first 13.1 miles.
Oh, really? Okay.
You have cutoffs the whole way. So if you don't make these cutoffs, then you're
disqualified.
They pull you off the course and you're DNF.
Oh, somebody like come and get you and like,
they have,
you ain't.
Yeah, because they have people with these different. Suck. Yeah. So yeah, it's So I mean, there's definitely, you know, challenges along the way. You have to make sure you stay on pace. Nutrition, you know, just make sure I stay, you know, keep my calories in. So yeah, there's a lot to go into it. That's really the fourth. This girl needs help putting a dress on.
She ain't never needed help putting on nan dress.
Girl, put your dress on, sweetie.
No, she need. Did you get a dress? Where's the dress?
She's so funny.
So I'm excited for you. What, like, I was asking him last night, like, how do you even mentally prepare for this? Which he kind of answered, but like, how are you feeling like today? Like now, how are you mentally?
I mean, it's a bundle of nerves. I mean, I'm anxious, you know. I'm excited. Like there's a little fear in there. Not like a fear as in like, you know, afraid for, you know, something bad to happen. Just fear of like, you know, not doing as well as I want in a certain event, cutting it too close. Well, but also with time cutoffs, there's a fear of missing those time cutoffs, right? I think that I do well under pressure.
Yeah.
I think mentally you just have to, I mean, I told her it goes up and down during the race. Like, and I've never done this long of a race. So, I did the half Ironman my first time and I raced for like almost 8 hours, so it was like a miserable day, like 96 degrees outside. So
it was so hot.
So mentally you go back and forth for like, you want to quit, but you got to keep, keep pushing. So it's going to be like that. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be times where I'm like, because the bike gets boring.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you can't like listen to anything.
No, you can't have you can't have electronics.
Anything.
You can't have.
That's the part that trips me up. Like, dang, I can't even get no kind of nothing in my ear. Like, sheesh.
Sorry,
I don't even know what we were saying.
Well, we were sorry. The daughter's she acting a mess, but that's all right. She's our mess. But yeah, so just mentally, it's gonna be an up and down. But what will drive me will be crossing that finish line.
Oh, absolutely.
And seeing my wife and kiddos and extended family there.
We'll be there.
Hearing Chad Rader, you are an Iron Man.
Woo-hoo.
That's what is going to push me through.
Yeah.
The pain, the tiredness,
all of that.
The wanting to quit because it's just, tiring, but we're going to get it done.
Yeah. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So exciting. So next time we come back, I'll be sitting next to an Iron Man.
That's right. That's right. I'm excited.
Okay, let's get into a couple of questions. Where's the new stuff? I got a new book.
I don't know. Must not been in that book.
Oh, it's this 131 questions between 1 and 131. What is one thing that your parents did right in raising you? Why was this so meaningful? Excuse you?
Did right in raising me.
We don't have to answer this question if you don't want to.
Yeah, that might take a while.
Do you have another number?
I'm trying to think of something. This is a real challenge right here. I'm really trying to think this through.
This is horrible.
What have they done? What did they do right in raising me?
I have to say that every time we talk about your parents, it's like so uncomfortable.
Why?
Because like you don't be giving them no grace, and I feel like, dang, if I was your mama listening, I would be so hurt. Like, dang,
I ain't said nothing bad.
You don't follow me.
You ain't saying nothing good neither. But I guess your truth is your truth.
Exactly. My story,
Yeah.
it's like I'm not going to manufacture,
True.
things, just to say something nice, but I'm not saying anything mean just to say anything mean.
Right. Yeah, it's no malice.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Like,
anything.
I'm just,
yeah.
I think that I learned a lot from my parents. I learned a lot of what I didn't want to do, and that doesn't mean that's not in a bad way. I think good. I think bad lessons. I think good lessons can come in from bad actions or for good actions that you've seen. Right? You can learn the ways of life by seeing others fail at certain things.
Yeah.
I think that failure can be a teacher for not only the person but also the people watching. So their story is their story. I can't change, their life, their choices, but like I think that I learned some, the things that I didn't want to do or didn't want to be like. I saw that I didn't want to do that. So
Yeah.
For me, those are still lessons. But my parents. At the end of the day, I think that they, mom maybe more than dad, they did their best to try to keep a roof over my head, keep me fed. So they sacrificed, to but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for that.
Yeah. What you got? What number?
120.
What is one life experience you had that was so amazing you would relive it again if you could? I know that one, Shouty.
Do you?
Of course I do.
Who's the offer?
Which one? What would you say?
The wedding, Shouty.
You think so? I don't know that I would relive the wedding.
2021. 2021.
You know what? If I could... Hey, you're going to have to be quiet right now. I guess if I could relive the wedding, I would relive it and do things differently, but I don't know if that's. I mean, it was a pretty nice time. We had a great time.
Yeah. But no, I was just saying, what do you think?
No, I don't know. That's what I was trying to decide. I don't know.
Every time we talk about your best situation, I get so uncomfortable.
Shut up.
I don't know, because you just don't give it any grace.
You know what? Whatever.
If I was your best situation listening, I would feel so hurt.
I cannot stand you right now. I mean, I guess the wedding.
Was that wedding night?
It was not the wedding. I mean, the wedding night was good, but what is the question again? Say it again. I have to look at it again because you don't remember. Reagan, you just. Okay, thank
you. Those are
you.
not even real words.
The one life experience you had that was so amazing.
Okay, baby.
I don't know. I guess the wedding.
You're so I guess the wedding.
I'm trying to think. I don't have any. I'm trying to think. What is that one amazing event? I mean, because it's not the births of the kids, because they weren't the most.
That experience
the
wasn't.
experience was not the most. Yeah. You know, Reagan's was a little better because it was planned, but I definitely wouldn't want to go through that again.
Yeah, exactly. Those were after having them, obviously amazing, but not the process.
I don't know. Maybe the wedding is the one. I mean, because it was a blast. Like, from the reception to, the end of the night the next day. Yeah, I guess the wedding.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I guess the wedding.
2022.
That's so funny.
And it's hard for me. And I think the issue with me, because when I think about the wedding, like, although it was amazing, I always think about the money that was spent for the wedding. Yeah. Like, was the money worth it? But
I would go back and get married in a chapel.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Vegas.
Like, but when I think about it, it was a pretty awesome experience. Like, we had a great time.
Yeah, we did.
Like, it was a party. So
we had a really good time.
Yeah, we did have a really good time. So yeah, maybe the wedding.
Okay. That's hilarious.
Hilarious. I need some amazing experiences in my life, clearly.
Well, wait till tonight, guys. Watch a little Halloween Kills, and then
yes, we were gonna watch that last night, but Mom came over. We had Pizza Friday with her and Gracie. Shout out to Mom because she just retired.
Yesterday was her last day.
Yesterday was her last.
Don't say that.
No, I said shout out. Shout out. Reagan has now become the shut up police. It
just
used
like
to
Chad
be
was.
Siege, and now it is Reagan.
So
So every time I say it, we don't say that.
She took over the badge.
She did. So yeah, shout out to Mom. If you have not watched her retirement vlog, it's a 40-minute vlog.
Yes.
So
Mommy would
over on the Gabe
Shout
Babe TV.
shout
Gabe Babe
Shout
TV.
out.
Check it out.
Over on Gabe Babe TV. Sorry, I feel like this podcast is all over the place. We were going to do an Ask Gabe and Babe. So
Let's
we
do
have
that.
an Ask Gabe and Babe because we have not done one in a long time.
So we're going to do that, and then we're going to keep it short.
Yes.
Keep it moving.
Keep it short and sweet because it is Saturday. All right.
All right, we got one. So I don't see that this person says they want to be anonymous. I don't see that. So,
Okay.
Laura, thank you so much for the Ask Gabe and Babe. We appreciate it. So let's jump in. Hey, Gabe and Babe. So I need some advice. I have been with my boyfriend now since January of this year, and we are expecting a little bundle of joy.
Aww.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
So my issue is my boyfriend is 10 years older than I am, and he does off-the-wall stuff. For example, when we were at my daughter's birthday party back in July, and in front of my family, his ex-wife, and the father of my kids, and his girlfriend say I can't.
Wait, what?
The father of her kids and his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Say I can't deal with you. I think we should break up and get back together after you have the baby.
Okay.
Okay, so I should. You want my opinion now? And I'm saying okay. Then goes and asks my ex-boyfriend how to deal with me, and he thought it was funny. But the sad part is that he has said this several times. I told him that this statement hurt my feelings and how embarrassing it was. He asked me to forgive him, and I told him I would try. After this happened, he comes up to me and states that I am a mean ass. I always have an attitude and I am ungrateful, but he swears that he wants to marry me. I tried to forgive him, and we have moved in with one another, and things have just gotten worse with what he says. I told him that I'm going to move out, and he tells me that I am being selfish and only thinking about myself. We got into an argument with the other day and brought my kids and his in the room and put them in our argument, telling them to say that I am wrong and mean and I should stop. I know this is long, but it is also a lot. Also, if I ask him to cook or fix the kids' breakfast, he will say that he doesn't know how to do that. He acts like he can't wash clothes, cook, or do anything. He says I have been single and he says that I have been single and has to learn how to do these things.
He said that he's been single.
Yeah. I'm like, how, when you have 5 kids, I need some advice.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
I just want to take a moment of silence.
I think that a lot of times when you guys send in Ask Gabe and Babes, I think you guys know the answer. And you're seeking validation from us to go forth with what you already know you have to do. Because in my opinion, there's several things that are concerning. Like the whole joking, you're difficult to deal with, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm a firm believer that people mean what they say, especially if it's something that he says on a constant basis to any and everybody, which is what it seems like. Like, that ain't no joke, bruh. You clearly feel this way. So that's one thing we need to deal with, or you need to decide whether you want to deal with or not if you feel like I'm the issue. Second of all, the kids should never be brought into an argument or disagreement between you two. Like, that is just
to choose sides.
That is the pettiest I've ever heard. Like, if we're gonna be adults and go through our issues and argue or disagree or whatever, we should be able to do that without needing anybody else to co-sign on our behalf. He should be man enough to stand on his heel, whatever his stance is, without needing backup. Yeah. And especially don't need to come from no kids. Like, that pissed me off. Like, I'm sorry, what, you gonna bring my kids in this situation? No. And then the last thing, what was the last thing? I feel like it was one more thing that I
don't know how to cook and clean or make food.
Okay. Well, Google is free. So is YouTube.
But
like, I mean, what? How did you survive all your life? Somebody been cooking and cleaning for you your whole life? So you mean tell me you ain't been doing nothing? If you don't know how to do that, you can't run to the drive-through? You can't go pick up some food? Like, I ain't in the business of teaching no man how to be a man. Especially when I have kids that need to be taught these things. Like, I feel like the red flags are there.
Okay.
I would be concerned. What do you have to say?
Tag me in.
Tag.
All right. Look, like, come on. Like, seriously, like, you actually, like, how dumb do you think someone is to think that you don't know how to cook or clean? Like, come on. Like, just the ignorance of things that people say, right? Like, you are that. Here's my thing. Then you don't want to be a man. Mm-mm. You don't want to be a man if you say you can't cook, clean, or do your own laundry. Like, I'm sure there are marriages where the woman loves to do the laundry or the man loves to do the laundry, and that works for them. But they've probably already discussed that. Like, in our marriage, I do my own laundry. Mm-hmm. Like, because I like to do my own laundry.
He prefers to do.
But I also don't want to. I don't want to mess up hers. But I have done her laundry before. Mm-hmm. I'm like, does this need to be thrown in? I know how her needs to be done. So if she asks me to, I'll throw it in. Like, or my kids, I'll wash their clothes. Like, but, like, come on, you can't use a washer and a dryer. You can't make a grilled cheese. You can't make a turkey and cheese sandwich.
You can't warm up some macaroni.
You can't warm up a macaroni and cheese. Like you put water in there and you warm it up for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And then you put the mix in, you stir it, and it's done. A whoop it, and it's done. It ain't that hard. Like, but then all the just running your mouth up to other people. If you love someone and want to marry them, you're not going to be running your mouth to everybody else, to people that are non-factors in your relationship.
And you're not going to be making jokes on my behalf.
Especially to the
that shit
ex,
ain't funny.
To the ex who and the father of her children. Like that's just
so
disrespectful, and you should be ashamed of yourself for acting like that. But yeah, like it's just really sad. But here's the underlying issue that I think that I really hate that happens a lot. I think that at some point, sometimes women forget how much they are valued or they should be valued. They forget their worth, and then oftentimes they can accept someone treating them a lot worse than they deserve to be treated. Just maybe it's out of fear of just not having someone, or maybe it's just needing a companion, feeling like they want a companion, or just feeling like their clock is ticking. There's so many different reasons, but I feel like women, like deadbeat dudes, are allowed to get away with too much stuff too often.
Say that.
And it's sad because women in general, Laura, you deserve to be treated like a queen, like an amazing person, like an amazing mother, an amazing wife when you get married. At all times, regardless if you guys are having an issue or not, you still should never have to deal with disrespect.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that he thinks it's just okay, that it's a normal thing to be able to disrespect you and then say, I'm sorry, and let's, forget all about it. I still want to marry you, so it's all good, is crap. Like, it's crap that he is even that type of person. And from an outside perspective, from here and just from reading your email, again, I don't know all the factors. Run, because God has someone for you, like, that is going to treat you the way that you going to treat you better than you ever thought you were going to be deserved.
And that's tough to hold on to.
It is,
when you're in a situation
100%.
And you guys are getting ready to have a child together. And like, here's the thing. You already are going to have to deal with him in some capacity for the next, couple decades, because you guys are having a child together. But that doesn't mean that you have to deal with him in a romantic capacity. Like, don't feel like because you guys are having a child together that you're stuck, or that you have to stay, or that you have to accept, and I'm not saying people can't change, people can't be better, but they have to see the issue and they have to want to work on that. And if you don't see that in him right now, one thing that's not going to change anything is getting married. That's not going to fix it. It's never a fix. And the behaviors he is showing you now will probably continue and may even get worse if you go down that path.
Because now he's like, she ain't not going to go nowhere.
Right.
We married now. She ain't going nowhere.
She accepted it then, so she definitely going to accept it now with these rings on our fingers. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do some real deep thinking, searching, like, am I okay to put up with this for the rest of my life? Like, am I really settling with this guy? Like, is he the only person out there that will treat me, like, is this the best that it gets? Like, you got to ask yourself these questions, and you can't lie to yourself. Like, really, don't ignore the feeling. Like, I feel like women, we are gifted with intuition like none other. You know what I'm saying? You get that gut feeling when something is not right. And the fact that you're asking our advice on the situation means that I feel like you already know the answer. Yeah. But you got to get a couple. It is scary. You got to get a couple more, let me get a couple more opinions. But I feel like Yeah. And he just don't seem like he's ready. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to do something, apologize for it, and change. But if he just apologized to appease you and is still exhibiting the same behavior, then what are we doing?
Yeah. And
no.
Yeah, and I just add that, and also too, after you've done that deep dive into yourself and what you are willing to accept, what you're willing to put up with, what you expect from a man, from a father to your child, then next thing is, once you've formulated that, write it down. What do I deserve? What do I want? Like, what am I willing to not put up with? What am I willing to, that I can deal through? Like, make a list of all of it and sit down with him and say, this is my list. This is what I can no longer accept. Are you willing to change? I will work with you to help you and support you, but you have to change.
Yeah.
I will be here for you. We can get counseling. You can get counseling on your own, but this stuff has to change, or we can't be together, and we will just be co-parents. If you believe, and now if you guys have that conversation, I think you should have that conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have that conversation. If he says he can change and he starts exhibiting actual progress in those changes, awesome. We root for you 100% to one day marry this man and you guys be happy ever after. But if he does not change any of this stuff, are you willing to look at your life 18 years down the road when your baby graduates high school and goes off to college and say, damn, I was miserable as hell for 18 years and I didn't have to be? Or are you going to be like, man, that was the best 18 years of my life. I'm so happy that I had that conversation with that man because we are so much better off now.
Or I'm so much better off with
somebody else. So you have to, what are you willing to deal with? And then have the conversation with him with you're not going to deal with. Because it's not too late to go different directions now.
Yeah.
But we wish you nothing but the best.
I know, like it's a tough situation, and it's a lot easier for us to tell you what we would do when we're not in the situation. So, we definitely empathize with that, but
100%.
We also definitely believe you deserve more.
Based on and we're going off of your email. Your email doesn't paint him in the best light. So
it doesn't. And it's probably a lot more than what's in the email. So.
Exactly. So we're just giving an opinion based on what we read.
Yeah.
And we just pray that you're able to figure out, what you need in your life, and then you have that good conversation, and God will work it out. So just pray, talk to yourself, look internally, and have that conversation with him.
Yeah. I think that's good. Yeah. So keep us posted. Best wishes on birth.
Yes. Either way, congratulations on the baby. That's exciting.
Yeah, like all of that stuff.
Pray for a safe and smooth pregnancy.
Yeah, and a stress-free, because you don't need this unnecessary stress while you're pregnant.
Not at all.
Definitely not. So, if you guys have any questions, situations, dilemmas, whatever you'd like to get our unprofessional advice on, we are just giving you our opinion and our advice. If you want it, send us an email at letsmakeoutpodcast@gmail.com and put hashtag Ask Gabe and Babe in the subject line so that we know you want us to talk about it on an upcoming show. Shout out to everybody who has been sending them in. We are getting back to them.
Yes.
So keep them coming.
That's right. And we would love if you would keep up with this podcast. You can do that in a few different ways. Let's Make Out Pod on Twitter. Let's Make Out Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you're not watching us, you can come over and watch us. If you're not listening to us and you need to listen to us in the car while you're driving, you can listen to us as well on any of your streaming platforms. Rate and review us on iTunes if you would, because that's definitely the most prominent place where podcasts are listened to, and the best opportunity for our podcast to maybe get to some more listeners that might need some of our opinions and advice. But we appreciate y'all.
Love y'all. And we'll see you back in a couple weeks when Babe is officially an iron.
That's right.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Deuces.
Bye. Go.
Good job, Shy. All right, y'all. That's how much we love y'all. We got it done on Saturday.
We did.